Hi people, it's Archivist here, and today I'm here to ask you, do you love or do you hate multiplayer? Of course, there is also the huge amount of grey area in between, which is where I find myself most of the time. Starting with the good aspects, multiplayer is an excellent way to share an experience with friends and family. Rather than simply talking about a game together, modern internet speeds allow us to play together from all across the world. There's also the more intimate and in some ways superior method of playing together in the same room on the same console. There's also the element of diversity that you get from human behaviour that AI simply cannot match. Admittedly, human behaviour can be annoying though, such as when players camp in Call of Duty, but it is at least challenging. Furthermore, the potent sense of satisfaction you get from besting another human player is very addicting. Gunning down waves of AI drones doesn't have quite the same appeal. Speaking specifically with regards to Titanfall for a moment, engaging another player in a Titan can be a long and difficult fight, but when you see that plus 200 show up on the screen, it makes you feel amazing. Moreover, there's also the possibility of forging friendships online. I can't say I've had much luck with Titanfall though. You've also got the more recent advantage of being able to easily create and share content. Little Big Planet was where I first saw how brilliant this concept can be, and Minecraft has pretty much perfected it. But it's not all rainbows and daffodils, because multiplayer also has a dark side. What I find to be the greatest weakness when compared to single player is the constant threat of latency. This is most common when games first launch and have lots of people on the servers at once. It's extremely irritating and has certainly aggravated me in the past. Also, if you've ever played a competitive multiplayer game before, chances are you've come across that one guy who throws a tantrum when he loses. No one wants to spend their recreational time having their mother being called a donkey. It can also be annoying when certain content that could potentially be played alone is only accessible with multiple players. For example, referring to Titanfall again, some players felt the lack of a single player campaign to be disappointing. It's also important to consider that sometimes we want to relax. Playing alone is simply more therapeutic. You can play at your own pace, but in multiplayer you are forced to match the speed of your allies and your adversaries. So, all things considered, there isn't a clear-cut answer on whether or not multiplayer is a good or a bad thing. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on multiplayer, and whether or not you think it's necessary for a big budget game to include it. As always people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.